Imagine that a single person today influences the cars you will drive tomorrow, the energy powering your cities, the artificial intelligence that could replace millions of jobs, and even the possibility that humanity might one day survive on another planet. Now imagine that this same person warns, the greatest danger to humanity may come from the technology we are creating today, and that person is Elon Musk. Behind the image of the eccentric billionaire may stand the man attempting or accelerating the greatest transformation in human history. Because the future isn't arriving slowly, it's arriving now. Part 1. The man who accelerates time. Elon Musk is not simply a successful entrepreneur. In less than 2 decades, he has become one of the most influential figures shaping the technologies that will define humanity's future. The energy we use, the cars we drive, the satellites that give us internet access, the rockets leaving Earth, and now artificial intelligence that could reshape nearly every profession. But behind the spectacular announcements, rocket launches, and futuristic vehicles, Musk describes a far more unsettling reality. According to him, humanity has entered a period where technology evolves faster than our ability to understand it and control it. We are living through a turning point, a moment where decisions made today could influence centuries of human history. And for Musk, the real question is no longer, what will the next innovation be? But rather, will we survive our own inventions? For the first time, humanity is creating technologies capable of surpassing its own abilities, and no one truly knows what comes next. Part 2. The urgency. AI is advancing faster than us. One of the most striking points concerns artificial intelligence. According to Musk, we massively underestimate how fast AI is progressing. Every year, models become more capable. They write texts, generate images, program software, translate languages, analyze complex data. And this is only the beginning. For the first time in history, a technology is starting to replace not only human physical labor, but intellectual labor as well. Which raises a massive question. What happens to society when machines can perform most human tasks? Musk clarifies that the danger is not necessarily an evil AI from science fiction. The danger could come from a perfectly logical AI, a machine programmed to optimize an objective without considering human consequences, like a system designed to maximize industrial production while completely ignoring environmental damage. The real issue, Musk argues, is that governments and regulations evolve far more slowly than technology, and while political debates drag on, research labs keep moving at full speed. Part 3. Why Musk continues despite the risks. So why keep investing even more into these technologies? His answer is pragmatic. Technological progress cannot be stopped. If one company slows down, another will take its place. If one country hesitates, another will accelerate. According to Musk, the real choice is not to stop innovation, but to guide it intelligently. He often compares the situation to the discovery of nuclear energy, a technology capable of powering entire cities or destroying nations. Technology itself is neither good nor bad. Everything depends on how humanity chooses to use it. His philosophy is simple. It is better to help shape the future than to suffer its consequences. Part 4. Tesla, more than a car, an energy transition. Many people see Tesla as a car manufacturer, but Musk reminds us Tesla was never only about cars. The real objective was to force the global auto industry to gradually move away from oil. At first, nobody believed electric cars could succeed. Batteries were weak, range was limited, costs were high. Major manufacturers openly mocked the idea, but Tesla managed to make electric cars desirable, fast, beautifully designed, technologically advanced, and today nearly every automaker is developing electric vehicles. The energy transition has become unavoidable because continued dependence on fossil fuels means massive pollution, climate instability, and global economic tensions. For Musk, Tesla is simply a lever to accelerate a worldwide energy transformation. Part 5. SpaceX. Humanity's backup plan. For Musk, humanity remains extremely vulnerable. Despite our technology, modern cities, and global networks, our entire civilization still depends on one fragile planet. One cosmic mistake, one major event, an asteroid impact like the one that wiped out the dinosaurs, an uncontrollable pandemic capable of paralyzing societies, a global war using modern weapons, or a climate catastrophe triggering massive migrations and ecosystem collapse, and thousands of years of civilization could suddenly end. Human history ultimately rests on a tiny point in the vast universe, Earth. That is precisely why SpaceX exists. Beyond the spectacular rocket launches broadcast worldwide, SpaceX's true mission is not just sending satellites or astronauts into orbit. The ambition is far greater: to create the conditions allowing humanity to live on multiple worlds, to become a multi-planetary species. Mars becomes more than a scientific destination. It becomes life insurance for humanity, a potential second home, a place where civilization could continue if Earth ever became uninhabitable. But the challenge is enormous. Mars is a hostile world. Solar radiation is lethal long-term. Temperatures plunge below -100 degrees Celsius. The atmosphere is unbreathable. Water is scarce and difficult to exploit, and the planet lies millions of kilometers away, making every mission complex and risky. Building a sustainable human presence would require new technologies, new habitats, and the ability to produce food, energy, and resources locally. Colonizing Mars could take decades, perhaps even a century. But for Musk, waiting would be even more dangerous, because every passing year increases the chances of an unforeseen catastrophe striking Earth. And according to him, securing humanity's future is not tomorrow's mission, it is today's. Part 6. The personal cost of genius. Behind these colossal ambitions lies a much harsher human reality. We see the successful launches, futuristic cars, and spectacular announcements, but rarely the daily burden behind them. Musk himself admits the pressure never stops. Unlike a typical entrepreneur, each of his decisions impacts thousands of jobs, billions of dollars, and sometimes even human safety. Every failure becomes global news. When a rocket explodes, it isn't a quiet laboratory incident. The footage circles the world within minutes. Every production delay becomes public criticism. Every missed promise sparks immediate reactions across media and social networks. Running multiple revolutionary companies simultaneously means living in near-constant crisis, industrial problems, technical challenges, financial pressure, investor expectations, aggressive competition, and decisions must often be made quickly, with enormous consequences. Some decisions mean choosing between slowing down or risking a spectacular failure, extreme stress, short nights, constant responsibility. And the greater the success, the harsher the criticism. Success attracts admiration, but also hostility. Some see him as a visionary, others see him as a threat. Every statement becomes controversial. Yet despite pressure, controversy, and failures, he continues. Because in his view, the stakes go far beyond himself. And for Musk, giving up now would be worse than failing while trying. Part 7. The real debate. Who controls the future? Beyond rockets, electric cars, and artificial intelligence, the interview ultimately raises a deeper question. Who should control the technologies shaping our future? Governments, tasked with protecting citizens but often outpaced by innovation? Private corporations, possessing the resources and speed to move forward? Or society as a whole, which will ultimately live with the consequences? Because artificial intelligence will not simply improve tools, it will transform the very nature of work. Millions of jobs may disappear or evolve. Education systems must adapt. Economies will restructure. Even politics and international relations could be reshaped. And beyond economics, AI could change how humans interact, how we learn, work, create, and communicate. Technology no longer just shapes our tools, it is beginning to shape our society. That is why Musk calls for a global public debate around these technologies. Because the next great battle will not only be technological, it will be social, economic, and human. And the decisions made today will define the world future generations inherit. The question is no longer simply, what can we build? But rather, what future do we want to build together? The future is not arriving slowly, it is arriving now. Every breakthrough in AI, energy, and space exploration accelerates a transformation already underway. And decisions made today will directly influence how future generations live, how we work, power our cities, travel, and perhaps even which planets humanity will call home. So the real question is simple. Will we consciously build this future, or will we let it outrun us? Because tomorrow's world is already being built before our eyes. If this video helped you better understand the future taking shape, subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming documentaries. Share the video and tell us in the comments, how do you imagine humanity's future? This was Blueprint Hub. Stay curious and see you in the next exploration.